Hey guys, what's going on? Noxfox here, and it's finally video time. I have a new video up. Finally. Yeah, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about why the channel's been slow lately. But first, foremost, let's introduce the match. It's a Gwen match, and I'm just gonna come out right and say it. This isn't the greatest match, but it's what I got. I was only able to get a limited amount of recording done last week. So I don't know. This is the Gwen match that I got, and yeah, I don't know. It was still a fun match. Right, you can see we have the Black Feather roam, which was a little odd. I wasn't pushing for lane. I was just gonna fill, and somebody volunteered to be roam, which was Black Feather, and then I think first he was like gonna pick something else, and then switch to Black Feather at the end, which, you know, this is casual, so not super worried about it. But yeah, obviously if the other team goes try hard, it could be a bit of an issue because we don't have really good control on our team. I mean, we got two stuns. We got a Koshka stun, which is, you know, blockable, and then the Gwen stun is not that hard to avoid once you're used to it. Yeah, but I mean, we just don't have a tank. And as we'll see as this match goes on, Black Feather doesn't build a whole lot of support items. He kind of focuses more on damage, which also becomes an issue. But I don't know. So anyway, starting off, we're just getting farm, really basic stuff. Looks like we missed one already. But oh well. Yeah, so we're doing weapon power. Both weapon power and CP both seem pretty cool with Gwen. Weapon power is where I've had the most fun so far. CP definitely seems kind of interesting. I think I just need to figure it out some more, and yeah, and then just get used to it. But yeah, those A's with CP are just nasty. Oh yeah, I didn't mention this. Well, obviously, since I'm like talking about stuff that hasn't happened yet in the match, this is a post match recording. Like I was saying, like my chance to record was kind of limited. Looks like Jungle's doing fine, and so yeah, the chance that I did have, I didn't. It wasn't really the best time to try to record over the match. See, Koshka goes down. This is already an interesting fight, and I don't know if Black is gonna make it. I'm gonna use the beat to try to catch up. Yeah, so I've only actually had like maybe 2 matches with Gwen at this point, and they weren't even actual matches. They were like 1v1s I did with Rumbly during beta, like at the very end of beta, right before the patch hit. And yeah, chasing Samuel's annoying. Also, Samuel's is the B. Yeah, the B is extremely loud. I'm gonna try to fix that in editing. I might just have to lower all the game sound like super low, but we'll see. But yeah, it's like, for whatever reason, this patch made his B like extremely loud, much louder than everything else. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll try to fix it post, as we say. Yeah, as far as the channel goes, it's been slow, mainly just I mean, no real particular reason. I've just been busy with other stuff. I've been focused on other things. I'm gonna be trying to pick up the release speed here, especially now that the patch is out. I wanted to have some stuff out before the weekend, because once the weekend comes around, I'm usually too busy to do much of anything. So yeah. Yeah, but that wasn't able to happen. Like I said, I was able to get a few recordings, and then I tried to record on Friday, but Friday's kind of guild night. So I do have some guild night recording stuff that I may or may not try to make something out of, because a lot of the stuff we do on guild night is like mini games and all that. So I don't know how much interest there is in that. But yeah, I mean, I have a few recordings of that I might end up using just so that it's not nothing coming out. But I'm gonna be recording today, and so hopefully I can get enough stuff today for the week, or at least until I can record again, and then I can kind of keep the uploads kind of regular, which I'm trying to do. Yeah, so that's all. It's all it is, really. Nothing, you know, nothing severe. Again, it's not like last time where it was like where I had like major issues going on. So nothing like that. It's just yeah, things should be picking up again pretty soon. So nice little cleanup there. I'm getting like just assists mostly. Kazuya's really good at picking up kills. That actually happens a lot in this match. Either Blackfeather or Kashka ends up picking up the kills. Man, I think we keep missing farm. Freaking minions are annoying sometimes. Yeah, obviously I'll say this again. I'm a roam main, so my lane is getting better, but obviously it's still not good. But I don't know. I have fun with it, and I just try to learn each time I do it and try to get a little better. I can do all right in like casuals and stuff, but I certainly wouldn't take my laning into ranked at this point. I just don't have enough time with it. Enough time spent laning to really have the kind of confidence to bring it into ranked. I don't know. I do all right here. I end up way on top of farm, even with my misses and stuff for this particular match. And that's all I at this point, at this level of laning. That's really all I try to worry about, is just trying to do better than the enemy laner. And if I can manage that, then I feel a little better about myself at least. So Gwen actually is pretty nice in this matchup. The only thing that's a huge issue is the alpha. Catherine babysitting Samuel isn't a big deal, because like that will just be if we think we're gonna get stunned, or even if we do get stunned, we can just wait for the stun to land and then activate the B, and then we're still right out of there. But Alpha is a lot more tricky because she has a lot of ways. She has 2 gap closers, which is not what we want at all. And this this was just terrible positioning on my part. I'll just chalk that up to lack of experience. I just got too close to Alpha, either without realizing it, or just, I don't know, I was just looking at Samuel, didn't even realize she was there or something. I don't know what was going on in my head at that time, but yeah, that was just bad positioning. That's another cool thing about these kind of post-match commentaries and watching stuff that I'm not that experienced with. It's a lot easier to kind of point out just mistakes and problems, and kind of figure out what specifically was the problem. Obviously you can tell I'm being a lot more cautious now with the Alpha and the Catherine, and so they kind of go away, and I'm just trying to pick up my lane farm here. But I see Blackfeather kind of just going ham. I'm not quite sure what he's trying to do, but he's looks like he's trying to start a fight, so I'm trying to help him out, and so I just get killed for my efforts. Again, Blackfeather's not sporting a whole lot of support items. He's got a fountain, and he's got an Oak-Heart. He hasn't built damage yet. Okay, so not too bad overall. But I know from this point on, he starts building just weapon power. So I mean, still, it's my fault for going in to help Blackfeather, but I mean, Blackfeather really confused me in that instance. And so I didn't really know what he was trying to do, or what he wanted me to do, if he wanted me to back him up or what. But I tried. I don't know. As a support main, I almost probably too much. I just try to help everybody. Yeah. So here we just wait for the stun, activate the B, just go right on home. Well, not home, but right on to just being safe. And then I don't know why it skipped a second there. So yeah, the B is super handy, but it does have a really long cooldown. But yeah, so it makes Catherine not that scary, but Alpha is still super scary, because once she's on us, we really have a hard time getting her off of us. And obviously she's not a quick kill, so we can't just kind of burn her down when she's on us. It leaves us with not too many options. And the biggest problem is that we don't have, like I said, we don't have a lot of control to kind of keep. So I'll continue that thought. So yeah, I try to focus the Samuel there. They just get completely focused and destroyed. Samuel was almost dead, and they pop a really good fountain. I don't know what happened to our fountain. I don't know if it went off, or if he used it early, or what. But no such luck for me. So Samuel got a really awesome fountain. I don't know. I didn't notice it. So on our side, so I don't know if our fountain got used or what. Maybe it was on cooldown, who knows? Oh, he went fountain war treads. Immediately war treads. Okay, that's kind of weird. Okay, what the hell was I talking about? I think the B and Catherine, right? Yeah, so the B really helps out with Catherine, and I don't have to worry about ganks as much, because I don't get stunned and then just destroyed before I can get away. I can just kind of B and get away that way. which is really nice. And then we also have the reflex block too, as backup if the B is down or anything like that. So yeah, so really, that's one really nice thing I like about Gwen. She has a great escape ability. Really takes away a lot of the fear of having to lane sometimes, you know, depending on the you know, on the comp. I'm not sure entirely of everything that it can block and get rid of. We already just me and Rumley already figured out that you can't get rid of stacks with it, so that's one limitation of it. Like for instance, BF stacks, like we see on Catherine right there. So it can't clear those. It can block things. I don't know if it can block like Finn's pull. That would be really interesting to know. Pretty sure it can block the stuns, since it does. So far, it has been able to block stuns. It's a very brief window, but the big thing is that it can, if you already got stunned, it can get you out of the stun, and that's going to be huge, especially for things like Cruel's sword toss. If he gets a really long stun on you, and then you can just activate that immediately and get out. We get a nice ult land there, do some damage. Koshka picks up the kill, and then Catherine's kind of out of position now with the Samuel down, so it's gonna get cleaned up. And now Alpha's on me, which is a huge problem. And like I said, we just have such a limited amount of escape, and she has so many options to stay on us. So she's gonna pick us up with the explosion. My only hope there was maybe wait a little longer on the reflex block, and then hope to block the explosion rather than just her attacks. That, I don't know, might have stayed alive if we had that option, or if we if we had done that. But oh well. We still end up picking up the whole team, which is decent. We get a gold mine, and we get a turret. So I mean, really good overall. And so yeah, we'll did I check? Yeah, so we'll see. There's no armor on the enemy team right now, so breaking point's gonna be really good. As long as we can get the stacks up. The main, our main fear right now is just avoiding that alpha, because once alpha's on us, it's just no good at all. Yeah, this is it would work much better if we had like a Finn who could kind of pull the alpha off, or even a Lance who could control the alpha a bit more. But instead, we have Blackfeather who kind of gets stacks and moves around. Not great support abilities. Unfortunately, even if Koshka can like stun the alpha, it could kind of work out. See, this is what we need, a fight here where we kind of just alpha goes down immediately, and now I don't have anything to worry about. I'm already getting a few stacks. I do need to still have to watch out for the Samuel damage, but now we got so many stacks that Samuel just gets melted, and Catherine's just going to be easy cleanup. Of course, Blackfeather did pick up the Samuel kill. But yeah, we were able to get quite a few stacks throughout that fight. And without them having much armor, it just tears them up really nicely. So now we're at the point in the match where we are very dangerous in fights. It's just if Alpha is on us, then we really can't do our thing. It's just we'll die before we get the stacks up that we need to really do the damage. Typically. Hopefully, I kind of want to see what Alpha's build is. I don't remember what it was in this match. I bring it up. Oh yeah, there we go. So she's just weapon power. I didn't get to see the whole thing, but I saw 6 sins in there and probably a Sorrow Blade. So yeah, eventually we would want to get armor. I don't know, maybe an Atlas if she's going to be on top of us all the damn time and we really can't get away from her. Or it might just be better to do the metal jacket and let the support do the Atlasing. Of course, I don't think our support does ever build an Atlas. And so we got all 3 enemies coming up through our side, so we need to watch out, because we're just gonna get ganked here. Even though I really want to farm, but there's been a lot of there's been a lot of activity in my lane. It's making it hard to farm throughout this thing. And so yeah, so I'm a little scared here. I don't want to be. I mean, we have our B up, we have our reflex block up, so I have some escape options if something comes up. If it's Samuel and Catherine, we're gonna be all right, even if they kind of pop up out of the brush and try to get us. But if Alpha is there, it's not gonna work out. So yeah, we're basically now we're just trying to stay back and get stacks. Just try to stay out of Alpha's like jump on range. Throw in the ult. It lands on Samuel. It's not a super long stun though, so we still. But the fight's going on long enough now that we have a lot of stacks, and we're just gonna burn down Samuel quite quickly. He does do a nice reflex block. We do a reflex of our own, but now Alpha's up, and there's really nothing we can do with that tiny amount of health. So all we can do is laugh. Yeah, there's yeah, Blackfeather is so he's tornado trigger and heavy steel and a weapon blade, which I don't know. Blackfeather is just kind of weird all around this match because he seems to just build one tier 3 at a time. He built the fountain, and then he built upgraded his boots all the way, and then finished the tornado trigger, and then now it's starting to get damage. So that's already kind of weird. And then also the fact that he queued up his roam, and then now is focusing heavily on attack items. I don't know. I mean, it's casual, whatever. Do what you want to do, but it's definitely making things really hard on me. Not having a proper support and not having any kind of options for a tank or control. Blackfeather tends to start a lot of the fights in this match, if I remember correctly, and that kind of gets him in trouble because he's not tanky. All right, okay, Goshka is going down. We're pretty stacked up. We're getting there. Yeah, we're just gonna tear through things. We got the damage, but Alpha is gonna take us down pretty quickly. Blackfeather may be able to get this. I don't know. She might get away. It depends how well he times this. Well, if you do that, then not so much. But still, it's casual. We just gotta laugh at these things. Be happy and have fun. So, yeah, I don't know. So yeah, Blackfeather was really confusing to me through most of the match. Not just with his build, but also the moment we had before. I don't know, probably halfway, yeah, I don't know, what was half this time before? It's 17, I don't know, probably at 10 minutes or whatever. Probably even earlier than that, but whatever. The fight we had where I wasn't sure if he wanted to fight or not, or if he's just harassing or what. There's a lot of moments like that, or just moments where he starts a fight and I'm like, why are we starting a fight? Which, oh yeah, actually I think this is one. Okay, yeah, so Blackfeather just charges right in, takes the scout, is just wailing on Alpha for some reason. But that's actually, I don't know, because she has reboot, it's really not a good idea to focus on the Alpha first. I think, yeah, if I remember right, this is the fight that kind of just swings the whole game, kind of messes things up for us. So yeah, Blackfeather just jumps in, just starts a fight. Just bees and then starts wailing on Alpha for some reason. I don't know. Then he just gets destroyed by enemy team. We try to back him up, but I mean, I need the fight to kind of go on a little bit to get my stacks. I was able to buy an infusion right before we started just initiating. But yeah, just is not enough. And then the fact that Alpha was the person getting focused. Really, I'm just hitting anything to get stacks, so I'm hitting Alpha, I'm hitting Catherine, just whatever's in range. But obviously I want to get the Samuel, or Alpha being down is useful, but she's going to come back up. If we could focus her hard enough to where she wouldn't get the reboot, that could be useful, but that wasn't the case. And then of course Kashka gets killed trying to steal the Kraken, and then they get the Kraken, and now it's a 2v3 plus Kraken. Blackfeather just jumps out there, gets destroyed again, unfortunately. And so now things are pretty damn scary. At least Kosh is back up. Yeah, Alpha's down, but she has is low, but she has a reboot again. And we're gonna make it to base, but we're not gonna live because of Samuel. Koshka could have body blocked. I mean, that was an option. It's the kind of thing I would do as a support. It's probably not something junglers think about as much. But yeah, she could have body blocked that. Just, she's full health. It's just, just throwing it out there. It's one of those things that you could do if you wanted to save someone's life. So junglers, think about those kind of things. It's not just the roamer's job sometimes. There's situations where sometimes the jungler should body block. Yeah, so that whole I don't know, that just killed the whole game for us, unfortunately. The whole Blackfeather suicide engagement. But yeah, like I said, it's casual. Just do whatever. I don't want to like try to just be like, this guy made us lose or whatever. I mean, it's casual. I mean, we've all done weird things in casual. I mean, I have a whole series to that. I have the Trollfox series, so I don't know. I can't be mad about it. I was happy with this game though because I ended up way on top on farm. I was 124, where Samuel was like 96, which was the next highest. So we won in farm by a lot. We were doing tons of damage in fights, which was a lot of fun. I was enjoying that, and I was, kind of getting the handle of the character. But mostly, I get to show you guys Gwen. I'm sure everyone's seen her by now, but whatever. I get to show you my Gwen, which my inexperienced, noobly Gwen. But whatever, it's a video. I got one out. Booyah. Okay. So yeah, that's what I have. That's what I had for now. So I don't know. It was a neat match. It was interesting, anyways. And like I said, these kind of matches, they're still useful for like kind of spotting mistakes and seeing what you can improve, and then kind of seeing what what caused the loss, I guess, in this case. For me, because that was another thing. Going back to this match, or like before rewatching it, I wasn't entirely sure, what caused the loss specifically. Because I wasn't, in the match, I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention to Blackfeather's build and things like that. And so kind of rewatching it, I kind of look at it and see, I was like, okay, so we didn't really have a roam, which that's kind of what cost us big time. The biggest issue was Alpha. Like I said, Alpha is the biggest issue for me as the carry. Because if I was left alone to do my damage, then the fights went beautifully. If Alpha got taken out early, or if she was controlled, then we were all good. If she got stunned, and then I could follow up with my stun, and we just kind of burn her down, then everything was great. If not, then they didn't go so well. And so knowing that Alpha was the main issue, then what was causing Alpha to have basically have her way with me in a lot of the fights, and that was because we didn't have a proper roam with good control, and we didn't have a whole lot of support items on the team. Just in general, we didn't have an Atlas, which would have really helped with Alpha. Why did I say that so weird? With Alpha, we didn't have an Atlas to help with Alpha. We didn't have a Crucible. I'm pretty sure we didn't. Maybe at the very end, because as we were watching through the match again, Blackfeather's build order was, let me see if I remember this right, the renewal, the Wart Treads for some reason immediately goes to tier 3 boots for second item. Which I don't know. It can be useful for like a Finn, just because he's so slow, and the ward treads are really great for either engaging or disengaging. And like in Finn's case, if he doesn't have them, he can that can be life or death for him, or the team in that case. Because if he can't keep up with the team, well, whatever. It's Finn. He's slow. He needs to be fast. That's the short of it. So then he went to War Treads, and then from there on he starts going just full-on damage items. As far as I could tell, he went like a Tornado Trigger. I think it was a Tornado Trigger. I don't think it was just a Blazing. I think he went all the way to Tornado Trigger, and then started building probably a Saros, or maybe even a Serpents. I don't know. I didn't see what he finished it as. I didn't care at that point. So yeah, so rewatching it, I kind of saw, I was like, okay, that was like our big problem area. As far as composition wise and team wise, and then of course just looking at our own play, we can kind of see what our weaknesses, our personal weaknesses were, where I had some bad positioning, which put me in more of Alpha's range than I needed to be, and that's like, that's the kind of stuff I can work on. And so when you're rewatching matches and trying to figure out where you made mistakes, that's a good way to do it. Is you see what you look at what you can do, you look at what the team as a whole could do, or what it was lacking, or what it needed, or maybe, obviously this isn't ranked, but if it was ranked and you're playing with your team, then you can kind of see how you could draft better. In this case, we wouldn't want Blackfeather, or we want a different build, but it's a good example of like of a way to kind of analyze things like that. So work that into your play, and if you have the ability to record yourself, it can be really useful to go back and watch these kind of things. So all right, I've already rambled on way past the match length, so I'm gonna go. Expect more videos more consistently very soon, as in like probably tomorrow and onward. I'm gonna be having this one out today, and then yeah, obviously, and then just keep posting. All right. Thanks. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next video. Bye.